What is going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another very sunny day here in Houston. And man, I cannot believe that I have a Corvette in my garage. And today we're going to be doing some stuff with the Corvette. So stick around and enjoy this. That is loud. Guys, every time I look in the garage and see this thing, I am just in amazement and shock. Thankful that I was able to get something like this. I've wanted a Corvette, you know, ever since my dad wanted one. Me and him shared that, and to finally have one is amazing. I remember I did the Photoshop with the Z06 in the same color in the garage, and now we have a Stingray, which will be replaced by a Z06 when we finally get ours delivered. But in the meantime, this is going to be amazing car, and I can't wait to show you guys what we do with it. For what we got to do, we're going to need to get this car out of here, so let's go ahead and give you guys a cold start. You can tell it's a cold start. Now we'll talk about exactly what we're gonna have to do for this garage, guys, because we're gonna have to remodel this thing. As you guys see, we've got a support beam right in the middle, and with the Z06 being much wider, yeah, it gets a little tricky getting into the car. So we're gonna have to redo this whole thing, potentially get rid of this middle thing, do one single door here, and get rid of that post to have the car right more towards the middle. But anyways, let's get this thing out and show you guys what we got today. Whew, there we have it, guys. Man, this thing looks freaking awesome. And today, guys, we are going to be doing a little bit on the outside and mainly focusing on the interior. And let's get into today's topic, which is the Alcantara. And you can see here it's kind of a little matted, not too bad. Overall, along the sides, it's not horrible. The seats don't have too bad of Alcantara issues. Of course, we will kind of brush everything off and make it look a little nicer. But the biggest contact point for your car is obviously your steering wheel. And as you can see here, the Alcantara has gotten very matted, very dirty, and just stained. And even here, this leather strip is very stained and dirty. So we're gonna bring all this back to life using a product that a lot of people have seen for Alcantara, and that is Sonax Alcantara cleaner. So let me go ahead and show you guys the cleaner itself. So here we've got the cleaner, guys. This is the Sonax Alcantara and upholstery cleaner. So this will actually work on Alcantara. You can use it somewhat on leather, and that works really well. I've got 2 microfibers, and I've got a Chemical Guys soft bristle brush, and that'll be to kind of help bring these fibers back with slight brushing. So first things first is we're going to apply some of this to a microfiber and try to work the product in. You could apply it directly, but I think it's better applying it to the microfiber and then working it and rubbing it in. Once we can get the product into the steering wheel, we'll let it sit for a minute or two, and then come back with the brush to kind of agitate all the product out, and then go back with a clean microfiber. So you guys see, just kind of put it in one corner, foam it all up, and then just start kind of lathering it up around, trying to get it in all around the area. You want to get the whole steering wheel wet. So let's go ahead and get that all taken care of. Okay, so we've got all of this very lathered in, just kind of right on the surface. So now we're going to give it a minute or two, and you can see I've actually used quite a bit of product. This microfiber is very wet, and you just kind of want to scrub it and slowly work it in there and keep getting it nice and wet. We'll let it sit there for a minute or two, and then we will go back, especially on these heavily matted areas, with a brush and try to agitate it slightly more to get all that grease and gunk out. Okay, so we have completely brushed the steering wheel with the Chemical Guys. It's a very soft bristle brush, and it's still kind of wet, but as you can see already, I mean, everything here on the side, it used to be super matted, and now it's got that nice Alcantara feeling. Of course, this is again still wet, so we got to let this dry, and eventually it should end up feeling back like this again. And so far, I gotta say, I am very impressed. You guys notice here the leather trim here was very dirty. It's nice and clean now. We're gonna go ahead and do one more wipe down with the microfiber around the steering wheel, and then that's it, guys. We'll let this thing dry, and while we're letting it dry, we'll head on to the next thing we're doing today, which is adding some lift pads on the exterior of the car so that we can raise this car up and do things like change the wheels out or anything else. While we're letting that steering wheel dry, let's go ahead and install these lift pads, guys. So these are used for the four corners of the car, and they basically let you use a jack or any kind of lift system to raise and lower the car properly and not use and mess up any body panels or any issues. So while we've got the steering wheel drying, let's go ahead and install these. It's very simple, comes with the hardware included here. And I raised up the car in the front using the front lift so that I can get even easier access through the side, but you really don't need to do that. You should be able to reach and install these fairly simple. So let's get right to it. Let me show you guys what you have to do. So you have your puck, you've got these two Allen screws, and then this block at the top. So I pre-started them just so you can get a few threads. And then you're gonna go down here and see these oblong holes. These fit right through, and you put it through, and then you turn it sideways. And so you see there, it's hanging in place. And now we just tighten this all the way, and this becomes our new puck there, where our jack can now hold it in place. Pretty cool, pretty awesome, and gives it more surface for our jack to hold and do what it's got to do. And as you see, there's really not much of a difference in clearance, so you're not losing anything by having these installed. And just like that, bam, they are installed, and you guys can see you're gonna be able to lift the car up there. Super easy, super awesome, perfect for what we want to do. And honestly, these are so much easier to install than the ones on the ZL1. So again, super simple, and that is the front two. You'll see a longer elongated hole where those go on, and I'll show you guys in the back the hole that needs to go. So you can see here, I kind of just pre-started and they sit nice and flush. Now I got these off of Amazon, guys. It's basically cheapest place you can get them. They're like $35. I know ZL1 add-ons and some other companies make these, but I mean, they're all going to be the same thing, pretty much same design, basically a puck with these Allen heads and a bulkhead that'll basically slide in its place. So don't need to spend too much money. You can get these in both this red anodized or a black as well, and save yourself a little bit in the process. So down here in the back, guys, you will see you've got this complete circle here, but then you've got this oblong hole here, and that is where you're going to be jacking up the car from. So this is where the puck is going to be installed. So we'll go ahead and basically slide this right in and then twist sideways, and you see it's holding in place there. Now we just got to tighten it so that it locks in and holds the puck right where it needs to. And just like that, it is installed. So now you basically just do the same on the other side. Okay, so lift pads are installed, and the car decided to finally shut off after idling for a while. And steering wheel is still a little moist, but I don't know if you'll be able to tell here in the shade, but it is looking so much better, guys. Definitely that Alcantara Sonax cleaner is really good. Once it kind of dries up, it should look just like this. So let's go ahead and turn this car back on again. We can go ahead and lower the car. One thing I've noticed is this lift system does not work with the door open, so you have to have the car basically on and the door closed for the lift to work. So let's get out of here. Ugh. And there you have it. Now, like I mentioned, I don't think my 17-inch wheel is gonna fit. I haven't seen anything online showing a 17-inch wheel fit in the rear, and I doubt my 18s will fit in the front, but we will definitely be testing that out in a future video. For now, guys, comment down below, let me know what you guys think about doing the front splitter and side skirts on this thing. I think that's kind of gonna be a must. And also, of course, the top bubble in the carbon flash. But anyways, guys, there you have it. Just a quick little tutorial of how you can manage and clean your Alcantara, especially a steering wheel like this car that was very matted, very oily, and also how to install the lift pucks front and rear on these cars to make it easier to service your car, get it raised, or even if you take it to Chevy dealership to get any kind of service done, they know where to jack the car up from. But anyways, with that being said, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this quick video, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.